Hey there Stampers, welcome to Simple Card Sunday. Today we am going to show you how to make this really cute, really simple card. So let's get started. I've gathered all of my supplies in my cute little basket, have those ready to go, and we're set. So we're going to start with a basic gray card base. My card measures 4 1/4 by 11 and I'm just going to fold it in half like so. Okay, so that's ready to go. I'm just going to set that aside because we are done with that for now. Next step, I have a piece of Pool Party cardstock. My Pool Party cardstock measures 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and I've got a piece of Flashback designer paper. And my Flashback designer paper measures 3 by 4. So this is a perfect size for you to recreate tons and tons and tons of cards with. You can get lots out of a sheet of 12 by 12 designer paper because it cuts nice and evenly. So step 1, we're going to stick said designer paper to the Pool Party base. My trusty snail, and it fits right on here like so. Okay, next I'm going to get out my Pool Party ink and my Pool Party sponge. So all my sponges look like this. I took one of the circle sponges the Stampin' Sponges that we carry. I cut it into 8s and then I staple a piece of cardstock on it with the name, so I have a sponge for almost every color. That way they don't get mixed up and I know exactly which one I need. I don't pull one out accidentally that's not the right color. Okay, so tap it on my ink pad. Give it a nice little sponge, like so. Alright, I'm going to close this and set that back in there. Now I'm going to stick on a piece of ribbon. So I have a piece of our Stitch Satin Hello Honey ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a simple knot in it like this. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to stick it on. So, there we go. Use a little snail. I find that snail is the best thing for sticking ribbon on. Besides glue dots, that works really well also. The snail's quick and easy. Alright, and we're going to stick that on like so. And tuck our edges around behind. Okay, now we're going to stick this to our card base. So, again with our trusty snail. I always like to snail over where my ribbon is so it stays nice and stuck. Bring back the card base and we're going to pop that on like that. Alright, so I'm going to bring back my sample one and it's time to do the sentiment. So for this particular card I used the stamp set Really Good Greetings. So any of these would be fine for this card, but I like the I Miss You already, so that's what I did there. Let me show you how I did that. I forgot to get a piece of Very Vanilla. Let me grab one. Okay, so back with the Very Vanilla. So I have my I Miss You already. Gonna bring back the Pool Party ink. Alright. And we're going to stamp this down like so. Okay. Now, you'll see it's on a piece of scrap. So what I did is I just randomly cut it with my scissors. And I like doing this sometimes. It gives it kind of a nice sort of asymmetrical look. Kind of a funky sort of edge, which I thought went well with this fun flashback paper. So I just kind of angled the edges like that. Let's move that scrap out of the way and let's get a piece of basic gray cardstock. And again, we're just going to stick this on and again trim around. Okay, so you can see it's okay if it's a little crooked. In fact, I made them a little bit diagonal and slanted and crooked just for that reason. Okay, so that's going to go right there. To stick that on, we're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals, which we have right here, ready to go. So I keep my Dimensionals in a clear stamp case. Alright, so let's get some Dimensionals out. I'm going to use 2. And remember that little trick for getting your dimensionals, the backing off your dimensionals? Just push down in the middle with your thumbnail and they will just pop right off. Okay, like so. Alright, and then one final finishing touch. I'm going to grab the owl punch out of my little basket and I'm going to use this little heart. So I have a scrap of real red cardstock. I'm going to just stick it in just where the heart is. Punch. Okay. And I've got this cute little heart. Now, probably would have been better to use, you know, some two-way glue pen or some Tombow, but snail is what I have handy right now. So, oh gosh, I'll try that again. There we go. There we have it. All done. And you have yourself a really cute, really simple I Miss You card. Make sure you check back on my blog. And I have a couple more card designs using this same layout for you to check out. Quick, easy, and simple. Thanks for watching.